Hello everyone, Alzion the Great here, welcome back to Losing Simulator. Welcome back to LOLGM. Yeah, for some reason, SI Gaming just cannot catch a break. Not even a break, they can't even catch a win, they catch a break every year, because they don't make playoffs for some reason. But yeah, we are 1-13. We got our first win last episode, but it's not exactly super duper exciting when you're always at the bottom of the barrel. And yeah, we're doing bad, to say the least. But the rest of the league, at least, is providing something interesting. Quantum sits at the top of the table at 10-3 with Jade Crown and the 207 Shock closely behind, as Crimson Moon also sits in 4th place. The defending champs, Aether Wolves, in threat to not make the playoffs, although they are in the clump, which is Silver Dragons down to Paladin. They are in the clump, and it's still possible they make playoffs, but right now, this team is definitely not going to make it. Which would, be insane, considering they won the title last year. And, yeah, I mean, every champion has made the playoffs before, but Aether Wolves just hasn't. They just haven't really done well. Speaking of not doing well, we're doing much worse than that. As I also, last episode, made the decision to put in Temple and Beck. Temple, I was, kind of hoping, we need to see what he can do. It is, his contract year, and Shaba is also having a contract year. And, yeah. So we need to figure out what jungler, if we're going to sign either of the junglers for this offseason, which I do plan on doing today. We're going to quickly get through the rest of the season once I've done breaking this down. But yeah, we also have started Kyvan, Quebec Lester, who is the #1 prospect from this last draft class. So far, hasn't done super well in the 2 games that we played with him. But to be fair, we are a bad team, and you're not going to look really good on a bad team. Here's our remaining schedule. As I said in last episode, I'm pretty much not going to draft the rest of the series because it's broken. And yeah, we're just going to quickly sim through this, so let's go do that. Or let's go do it ourselves. Let's go see what happens. As we have a bye week. Yay! We didn't lose. And then we lose to Aether Wolves, as, yep, just not doing good. And the worst thing about it is I don't have a whole bunch of subs. I just lose even harder to the Imperium Ace. Well, like, people for, like, Nether Rose and Tornado, I guess I could sub out Tornado for Pulsa, but you know what, why not? At this point, why not? We're gonna bring in Pulsa, who was the 5th prospect in this last class. Well, actually, I don't even think that would help us, honestly. I'm gonna not do that. We're just gonna bring back Delhi, and we're gonna still roll with Temple. And yeah, we're gonna do that. Yeah, it's like, I don't have any subs. Like, Quebec, maybe? He's probably be the worst starting support in the league then. But like, Pulsa, no. Saint, no. Excalibur, definitely not. Yeah, let's just keep simming through the games as Delhi returns to the lineup. Had another bye week. We have like 3-4 more games left. We lose to Primal. As, yeah, that just seems to be par for the course. How many more games do we have? 4? 5? I think 5. Just keep through. Unless we get a win, I'm gonna ignore it. Or if we get a close loss, we lose to Jade Crown. Lose to Quantum. Lose to Crystal. I mean, literally. Lose to Paladin. We have 1 more game left. And it looks like the Aether Wolves might slink in. They need a win against, or they just need a win, really, to lock playoffs. It's them, Paladin, and Silver Dragons fighting for that last playoff spot. And yeah, we're just not doing good at all. Our final game of the season is a loss to the Silver Dragons, as Aether Wolves do not make the playoffs. The defending champions lose in the last week of the season. Paladin and Silver Dragons won. And the defending champs, Aether Wolves, will not be in the playoffs. Let's take a look. Quantum finished first with a 16-6 record. Crimson Moon in second with 15-7. Jade Crown took a tiebreaker over Primal. Both teams finished 14-8. Jade Crown is the 3 seed, Primal is the 4 seed. Paladin took a tiebreaker over Silver Dragons. Paladin is the 5th seed, and Silver Dragons are the 6th seed. Aether Wolves, Crystal, 2-7 Shock, Imperium 8-6 Caliber, and obviously SI Gaming out of the playoffs. So, let us sim through here, I would say. As teams take their leads. The Silver Dragons take down Jade Crown 3-1. And in Game 5, Primal takes down Paladin to face off against Quantum. So it'll be Quantum versus Primal, and for the first time ever, if I'm correct, for the first time ever, somebody not the second time. Actually, it happened in the first year. What am I talking about? I honestly thought for the first time that somebody besides the 3 and 4 seeds advanced, but no, it happened in the first season with both 5 and 6. So never mind. For the first time since then, they advance. We get to see this season. Crimson Moon sweeps the Silver Dragons to head to yet another final, where they will face Primal Gaming. I believe Primal, I don't think Primal's been to a final before. Let me check. Actually, yes they have. They went to the 2021 finals. Before that, I have a prospect showcase that I want to share with you. Before we get to the finals, of course. So, here is your prospect list. Obviously, 2024 only right now. As you can see, many of the top Dawn, Holland Sword, and Narhelm are your top 3 prospects. I'm not going to go too in-depth in this, but I always like to have at least video of every single prospect, just to see how they end up developing. As we have our 2023 final between Primal Gaming, Taber, Zupdog, Death, Duelant, and Duelsop, taking on Crimson Moon with Sani, Electro, Excess, Art, and Royalson. This is going to be a good final, hopefully. Obviously, we'll claim our 5th champion in this series. Both of these teams have reached finals before, as I've already said, but neither won. Obviously, Crimson Moon's back-to-back finals. Take the first team as Paladin to go back-to-back finals. But let's see how it goes. Primal takes game 1. Crimson Moon takes game 2. Primal takes game 3. And Crimson Moon takes game 4 as Quantum takes down the Silver Dragons 3-1 in the 3rd place match. And game 5 for the championship. Crimson Moon finally has their title. Electro wins Finals MVP. Duelant on Primal wins Finals MVP. We see some major retirements. As you can see, also the all-league teams there. We see some major retirements. Scalibur has retired from us. Delhi has also decided to retire. Noble from the Imperium Aces. Spincy from the 207 Shock has decided to retire. Anide will end his career on Crystal. Monte retires as well. And Gargola retires a free agent. He'll head into the Hall of Fame. Even Flipper retires. Crazy is gone. And then a bunch of free agents who did not get signed. Or a bunch of prospects who did not get signed from the last draft class also retired. So here are your league leaders. Sani led the league in kills It's 4.7 a game. Royalson, once again, leads the league in assists at 12.3. Doolant also led the league in CS. And also, he leads in KDA, despite the fact that KRA is right there. He only played a few games, so taking him out of that list. So yeah, there's that. And your Rookie of the Year would be Anthony XS White, as you can see here. So, yeah, that's the off-season. Congratulations to Crimson Moon, they finally got their title. And yeah, it's time to go to the off-season. This year, it's kind of a big year. Obviously, 2 players already retired, which would be... I forget their names, I'm sorry. Deli and Scaliver. It was a long... There was a long pause when I said I was going to make that the class. So, I can't even use that as an excuse. I'm sorry, Deli and Scaliver. Scaliver did pretty good. Well, he didn't do good. No one did good. No one's done good yet. But he helped us get, you know, a win. That's all that matters. And Deli, he kind of just didn't have the career I think he could have had. I mean, he started off pretty good on Quantum, but yeah, the second he joined us, it's just downhill. So, in this offseason, we have Temple, Tornado, and Shaba all hitting the market, and honestly, I think I'm going to let them. Not necessarily, well, maybe not Tornado. I've been bit too hard in the past by letting that kind of person go. I'll sign Tornado, but we're going to be looking for a new jungler within Shaba or Temple. Let's go check out free agency. So, excuse me there. As we look at our team, we obviously need a jungler. I'm honestly looking for a new starting AD carry, although we do have Pulsa there, so if there is one, I'd like to sign one. But yeah, we're looking at 2 junglers and every backup save AD carry and top. We hit the free agency market. You notice who's out there. It's Ken I Main Bell, the best player in the league, coming off arguably his worst season yet, missing the playoffs. He has hit the market, and it would make 0 sense for me to sign. So we're not gonna. As far as a a support goes, there is, you know, Paint, Corn, Monk, but I think I'm more interested in Yuan Barrett, Milikas. He got benched, you know, a couple years into his career, and he didn't really recover from it too well last season. I mean, he posted, you know, a decent KDA, and he got, you know, exactly 10 assists. But he is a far cry from the player he once was. As I think it would make sense to sign Milikas to that 3-year deal, give him the money he so desires, and bring him onto the team. And guess what? If Quebec, you know, if he jumps up for some reason somehow, then hey, we'll probably bench Milikas and just change the contract to a 1-year deal. Because, you know, money isn't exactly an issue right now. So we still need a jungler. There is obviously Shaba, who is the best jungler available right now. I think, honestly, I mean, Shaba, he hasn't done good, but when we do win, it's his, you know, it's him. Sometimes, it's like, this season he wasn't terrible, it's just, the team was not good around him. So I'm going to re-sign him to a 1-year deal, but we're still going to look for another jungler who could potentially start. There is, I don't know how, what's the jungle prospects look like? Here's all the junglers available. There's 14. There's obviously Temple, who hit the market, Shane. As far as developmental ones, there's AZX, Dilgod, Priso, Glims, G-Express, Phantasm hitting the market this season. Obviously, most of these are rookies. I think I'm going to sign sign Dilgod, Dewan Jackson, to a 3-year contract. And the last thing we need is a backup mid laner, because I am not gonna put somebody over Nether Rose. Let's see, let's go find a mid filter here for mid laners. There's Insidex, who hasn't, been terrible. I mean, he's, 21. He's not gonna probably start. I guess he can give me some potential starts. So we're gonna sign Insidex to that 1 year, see what the 22, who does the age 22 looks like, and yeah, we just gotta get better. I came in, I honestly was like, I don't know if I'm gonna re-sign Shavo or Tornado, especially Tornado, but the only other AD carry that would be better than him is iMain, and that would not make any sense for him to come sign with us. So we just bring in Milikos, bring in another good veteran support, or at least a veteran support who has played before, and just hope. But I will see you in preseason. So here are your free agents that are still in the market, as your top player is rookie Briax. You see some recognizable names. Shane, Drago, both played for Paladin. They are both out there, and also CJL is still on the market. But let's go over some of the top off-season moves before we go see ours. So first off, Crystal. They made the big move, the big acquisition, by signing Ken Bell with iMain, who will join Crystal, as you can see. Replacing him on Aether Wolves will be the number 2 prospect in the game, or at least projected unless Tiga Warwick starts, will be Alex Hollensword Olmos from the Netherlands. Also worth noting, the 207 Shock did replace their top laner by signing, where is he? Isaiah Stokes. Vic Tivy finally has a team where he is supposed to be the starter. Also, they signed Temple to a deal. And the last thing I have on the board is the Imperium Aces signing Don Mateo. He finally has his team. But quite literally, other than that, it was not really a very eventful offseason. iMain was a big name on the move, and yeah, other than that, no surprise jump-ups. For us, no surprise jump-ups. Tornado went down to 19, but, it worked, I guess. And, yeah. Or he went down by 19, not down to 19, excuse me. But yeah, this is our roster for this upcoming season. Nobody jumped up, and that's where we are. Here are your player ratings for this season, at least the top 25. I can't get everybody in here. But yeah, Nether Rose still one of the better mids in the league. And yeah, if we go by all the positions, in the top lane, Sowers is turning into more of a league average top laner. If that, he's kind of slightly below average in his role. He's no longer in that top 5 spot. Shaba is still a top 5 jungler in the league, but it seems like the league has kind of almost passed him by. Bakrans did really good last year. Shapko, Dream, Electro, all 3 of those players were also drafted or also created in this series, and they've all reached 80 overall, but Shaba hasn't. And Raph is still there as one of the oldest, if not the actually he's not the oldest jungler in the league, Zepdog. But yeah. In the mid lane, Nether Rose is the 3rd best mid laner behind Willow and Shone, as we all know he is. Also, slightly worth noting, Bane is finally going to get a chance to start. He did start once. He started last year. So there you go. He did actually get his chance to start. Never mind. I thought he did start. At 80 carry, Tornado is still a league average 80 carry. Although, to be fair, there's a lot of good 80 carries in this league. But yeah, Tornado just hasn't developed into the what his number 1 prospect rating back in 2019 it said he could develop into, which I've noticed is a trend Most of the top prospects have not developed into top flight players. While people like Andy, Cole, and even Imane, even though he wasn't, as far down as Andy and Cole, they've developed into pretty darn good players. And at support, Milikas is still a top 5 support, although he is 5th, and is only getting worse from here on out. Supports are very old. There's no really good young supports. I'd say the best is probably Korn, who just got signed to the Imperium Aces. But yeah, here's where we sit in the power rankings. We sit 5th in the league. Hey, maybe we'll have a chance this next season, but I did say that last year and nothing came of it. So, I don't know, maybe I just jinx us anytime I say I think we have a really good chance, or at least a small chance to win this season. Yeah, we may be the worst team in MMR, but I don't think MMR means a whole bunch. But my name is LG the Great. Thank you all for watching, and maybe next year we can finally get more wins.